Alright, my good people, back again. Today I'm going to be grilling some pork chops. I've got 2 center loin chops, bone in. They're weighing in at 2.26 pounds. I had the butchers over at HEB grocery store cut them real thick for me, about 1.5 inches. I've got 1 quart of water. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I'm going to whisk it up real good until it dissolves. This recipe is out of the Cook's Illustrated Guide to Grilling and Barbecue. Alright, I just put the brine into a Ziploc bag, freezer bag. I opened up the pork chops. These are all natural pork chops from HEB. Man, these things are gorgeous looking. I cook these fairly often and they are delicious. Nice and thick. Again, I had the butcher custom cut these for me. They're not thick enough off the shelf. Just beautiful looking. So I'm going to put them right into the brine. And then I'm going to seal it up and put it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Give a huge shout out to America's Test Kitchen right now, and the people at Cook's Illustrated, and my mother. She's the one who gave me this book. This book is the reason that I grill and cook as much as I do. It gets me excited about cooking. In my free time, I just sit back and read it at night, maybe while I'm watching TV, and think about what I'm going to grill the next day. So big shout out and thank you to America's Test Kitchen. Okay, I'm making my dry rub. It's the basic spice rub for pork out of the same cookbook. It's a tablespoon of cumin, tablespoon of chili powder, tablespoon of curry powder, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Another reason I love my electric pepper grinder. I have fresh cracked black pepper in all of my dry rubs. I'm also going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of salt. Alright, I'm going to be topping these pork chops with a Pico de Gallo, and it just so happens that I've got some tomatoes that I need to use up, and some cilantro that I need to use up, and some yellow onion, and some garlic, and a serrano pepper, my favorite. Alright, I put all of the ingredients in the bowl. I'm going to add some black pepper. And some freshly ground sea salt. And I'm going to simply stir it up. Does that look good? Well, I guess it's a good time to crack into a cold beverage. Today I'm going to be drinking the Cookbook Brewing Company's Staycation Session. It's their seasonal beer. These guys are right out of Houston, Texas. Every one of their beers is like over the top phenomenal. This is a real citrusy beer. It's great for a hot summer day. So go grab some and enjoy. Alright, I put about 5 or 6 quarts of Royal Oak hardwood lump charcoal in my Weber, and I've got a Weber cube down in the center. I stacked the coals around it. I'm going to go ahead and light it up. I've got the bottom vents wide open. I'm going to let those coals get going until they're covered in gray, about 20 minutes. Alright, coals are looking good. In about 20 minutes, take out my trusty crawfish paddle, separate them. I want 75% of them on one side, the other 25% on the other side. We're going to have a medium hot and medium low fire. Alright, I'm going to put the grate back on. I've been using a cast iron grate for a while on the Weber. It's been awesome using it. I love it. And the bottom vents are wide open. I'm going to put the lid on, crank the top vents wide open for about 5 minutes and let the grate heat up. Okay, while the grate is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and remove my pork chops from the brine. I'm going to rinse them off. I'm going to dry them out with paper towels. Dry them real well. Alright, they're all dried off. I'm going to take my dry rub, sprinkle it on. You all know how to do this. I'm going to press it in. I'm not going to use all of it. This recipe is for about 4 pork chops. And just do this to both sides. Alright, the old Weber's cranking away here. She's up to like 560. It's been, I don't know, 5 minutes. Pop the lid off. Break out the new grill brush. The Weber bamboo with a replaceable head. Love it. Give it a good scrape down. It's important to replace your grill brush every now and again. If you're losing bristles, it can be a severe health hazard. You or your kids or anybody over at your house eating dinner gets a bristle into their digestive tract. It's bad news. And it happens a lot. Alright, at this point I'm going to go ahead and give the grill a spray down with some oil. It's Pam grill spray. It's mostly a canola oil. Give it a nice heavy spray. Okay, sprayed it down, and now I'm going to place the pork chops on. I'm going to put them on the hot side. Be about 3 minutes on each side. I just want to brown them up and then move them to the cool side. They've been on for a couple minutes. Before I flip them, I'm going to spray some oil on the other sides, so when I flip them they're good to go. And don't be afraid to take a peek at these while they're cooking. You don't want them overcooking. You just want to get them a nice brown on them, like that. I'm going to go ahead and flip that one. Flip that one too. Alright, it's been a couple more minutes. I'm going to pop these off, move them to the cool side. Flip them back over. At this point, I'm going to take a foil pan and cover them up. Act as an oven. Alright, after a few minutes I went ahead and flipped them. They've been on the other side for a few minutes more. At this point, I'm going to pop this lid off. They look good. And I'm going to get a temperature reading on them. Alright, since I'm working with one hand here, I went ahead and flipped it up on its bone side. I'm going to take my temperature gauge and insert it right into the middle. I'm looking for 125. at about 100 degrees right now, so I'm going to let them keep cooking for a little while. At this point, they're looking browned up just the way I want them, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them on their bone side like this and let them smoke for a little while. Okay, it's been a few more minutes. I'll pop the lid off here. Let's take a look at what we got. I'm guessing they're pretty close. 122.4. Juice squirting out of them everywhere. And 126.3. So I'm going to pull that one. Not always easy working with one hand here. And I'll let the other one go for a couple more minutes. Alright, it's been a couple more minutes. Go ahead and pull it off. Trust that it's done. I'm going to shut the grill down and save the coals for another day. Alright, I just brought them inside the house to rest. I'm going to put the same foil pan over the top of them and let them rest for 5 minutes. I've let them rest for 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these. Plate it up. They look gorgeous. And I'm going to top it with this beautiful Pico de Gallo. The more the merrier. You're going to want lots of this Pico on there. That is a thing of beauty. Some macaroni and cheese and some corn from Trader Joe's. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Beautiful. I just cut a little slab out of this so you could see the inside. It's perfect. Medium, medium rare, just how I like it. What a beautiful plate of food. So I'm going to dig in and enjoy. Happy grilling, everybody. Till next time.